I see Frank, I see
Has anyone
Echo.
noticed this trend among some of our government experts lately? It starts off with them telling you a thing. If you question the thing, you will be mocked, ridiculed, and potentially censored. It then turns out later that the thing that they told you wasn't quite as true as they promised you it would be. And when you point this out, they revert to telling you that, well, they never told you the thing that they told you. And then when you show them incontrovertible proof that they did in fact tell you the thing that they told you, they just suggest that you should be mocked, ridiculed, and potentially censored. I can't imagine why we don't trust these guys.
If you're so confused and disoriented that you don't know where you are or where you're going, there are predators of the spirit who are much worse than snakes that are waiting in wait for you. And the probability that you'll move from aimless, hopeless, joyless anxiety to nihilism, corrosive bitterness, and genocidal fantasy in the fundamental extreme is very high. And so that's possession by a predator of the spirit in the desert of the soul. And that's real.
Honey, someone's going to the house. Someone's going to the house. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Who are you call the pops? I'm gonna call the pops.
We're recording you.
No. It's okay. I'm just your neighbor. Coming by to say howdy.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, we're not used to people stopping by to say howdy without assaulting us first, robbing us, or defecating on our lawn.
Sometimes all three.
The trifecta. We're from Los Angeles.
Just moved to Texas.
I figured.
Oh, the California plates?
Well, yeah, and the masks. Inside your own house. No one else around. 2022.
We just want to be extra safe.
We feel naked without masks.
We'll probably wear them for the rest of our lives.
We'll be buried in them.
Okay. Well, you seem like a lovely couple. Like I said, I just wanted to drop by and welcome you to the neighborhood.
Why? Do you want something?
Oh, no. They're, I think he's being friendly. People around here are friendly. Like we've seen in the movies, right?
I thought that was just make-believe, like superheroes or families that go to church.
No. That's a myth. This is real life.
So, I live in that house over yonder. Name's Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. I'm Tiffany, she, her.
And I'm Steve, he, him.
What are your pronouns?
I don't believe in pronouns. I think they're reductive. In fact, just your asking about it is a microaggression.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I'm just messing with you. I like all pronouns. My favorite is you.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Exactly. So, if you need anything, just holler. My wife and I'd be happy to help.
Baby, he has a gun.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm recording you.
No.
Recording
It's
you.
okay.
Good morning. I'm here to give you an update on the FBI's investigation of Secretary Clinton. What I want to do is tell you what we're recommending. But first, let me tell you what we found. 110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top secret, 36 of those chains secret, and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Everything I did was admitted. There was no law, no regulation.
Secretary Clinton should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email.
None of these emails should have been on any kind of unclassified system, not even Gmail.
Well, first of all, nothing was marked classified.
To the contrary,
Nothing was marked classified.
there is evidence of a
Nothing was
tremendous
marked.
amount,
Nothing was marked classified.
Now let me tell you what we found.
Oh my gosh.
110 emails.
It was not the best choice.
52 email chains.
It was a mistake.
Have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it
8
make?
of those chains are top
It wasn't the best choice.
36 of those chains
I said it was a mistake.
8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it
With
make?
respect to our recommendation, this is going to be an unusual statement in at least a couple of ways. Although there is evidence, our judgment is that no reasonable prosecutor prosecutor would bring such a case. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. What difference at this point does it make? 110 emails.
It wasn't the best choice.
52 email chains.
I made a mistake.
Have been determined to contain classified information. What difference at this point does it make? 8 of those chains were
It was not a good choice.
6 of those chains.
I said it was a mistake.
And 8 contained confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Hey, y'all. What is going on?
Did the intro put you to sleep, Carl?
No, you know, I dance to that song every time. It's just a good thing the camera's off.
Well, everybody see you shaking it.
Yeah, you know. What's up, SM? What's up, Navy? Cole, Walt, Stands Alone, Vicky Sorrell, Melvita. Who else we got up in here? We got Hit Gal, Frankenstein, Mary Freeland, Echo's in there.
SM, it's a bunch of stuff I threw together.
He's collecting. Pretty soon it'll take the whole show up.
Hey, Vet. Hey, Hick. Hey, Anna. Hey, Cole, Stans, Vicky, Melvetta, Frank, Mary, and the rest of y'all that ain't talking.
Oh, you call her Melvetta. I call her Melvita, like the cheese, but with an
I
M.
just said Mel, I think.
Melvita, Melata, tomato, tomata, potato, patata.
Here's another dorky little one I picked up while we were waiting to get on here.
I've seen most of those pictures.
Not all in a group, though, huh?
No, not all in the group. Have you ever seen that Baalbek, Lebanon, where they have them stone pillars that were unfinished in the ground? They're so massive, it's inconceivable how they moved them. Howdy, Corn Patch keeping the faith. What's up, Frog?
They say it took all them slaves, and them slaves would be, they'd have them up on logs, and they rolled, and if somebody fell in front of it, they wouldn't even try to get them out. They just greased the logs and made it roll along.
Yeah. The thing I'm talking about, the pillars in Baalbek, Lebanon, I can't even imagine that even working. It's just way too big. I mean, you could drive a truck up it.
They had giants.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of where I was going with that. I mean, the Bible says there were giants, so why are we shocked anyways?
They're trying to hide the existence of them all.
The books in school said that didn't exist.
Yeah, well, you know, I didn't pay much attention in school, so. See, I had it right. She says it's like the cheese. It's Melvita.
Yeah, I only said Mel.
What's up, Jerry Lee? You know, I got this weird fascination with analyzing people's handles anyways. I've been doing that all along.
Hey, Jerry. Hey,
Then you come around somebody like you who changes it every other week.
I had to leave it on. But add Chuck back to it. Everywhere I went, people didn't know who I was, so I left Chuck on there for a little while and then took it off.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing. There is quite a few Texans out there on YouTube, so some clarification might be good. Seen that, SM. I saw that one. Yeah, Navy. What I wouldn't give to be able to dig around in the Smithsonian's archives and basements, along with the Vatican as well.
Yep. They got a lot of stuff hidden in both them places.
Shit, there's 500 miles of tunnels under there going just in one direction. Under the Vatican. And the archives.
The Smithsonian's connected to the Vatican. I don't see how unless they have.
They have a long damn way under oceans and everything.
Well, now there's a name that's going to be tricky to pronounce. Astua? How you doing? Astua? I think that's it.
Hey.
That's awful easier. Oh.
Praise Alexandria. Yeah, they said the tunnels go multiple ways, and they got hoards of treasures and money and gold and jewels and relics.
They've been hiding history from us.
Not them. Next thing you're going to say, they changed stuff and they burn books and they get rid of buildings so people don't really know how things were. Damn, I keep saying that. I might actually believe it.
Yeah. All I know is when the Smithsonian representatives show up, things disappear. There's like literally hundreds of stories about that, 100 years old. Every time somebody finds something, Smithsonian shows up, artifacts disappear.
Hey, Jeremy.
What's up, Jester? You know, I remember, Jester, you were painting a Boba Fett model. Did you give that to Yorga? Is that who I saw with that? Oh, Craig. It was Craig that got it. All right. I just can't see Craig as a Star Wars guy. But that's cool.
You can't see him with Princess Leia buns and all that?
Oh, well, now I can. You say it like that. Oh.
Hey, Luke, I am your brother.
Hey, Amy.
Carl, you keep talking like that, you're going to start dreaming of Yorga and Princess Leia slave outfit.
That ain't never going to happen, Wyatt. I start having stuff like that in my dreams, I'm just going to have myself lobotomized.
Welcome anytime. Jeremy, you want to come up, the link's out there. Hey, Amy.
Oh, if we say the name Yorga enough, he might even show up, huh?
You finish your ditch?
Yeah, I got it draining. That's why I'm feeling tired. Digging ditches is not for old guys. I'm coming to that conclusion.
Yeah, I got all the stuff set up, got stuff on the ground out there, got one bolt taken out to get that motor off that mower to put it on mine, and it friggin' started raining.
Is the bolt pattern and everything the same?
Looks to be.
Ooh, lucky you.
Well, it is. I'm changing it out. It's another Kohler engine, so
That don't mean nothing with my luck, though.
yeah. I was ecstatic when I found that Honda engine, because Honda engines are awesome. And to get it on there, and a quarter-inch difference in the crankshaft size, and all the pulleys and the electric clutch for the blades and all that, none of that fit that shaft. I got to look, and then don't even show it exists. And one guy's like, well, you just might have to take all that and have somebody make you a where they fit, either bore them out or something. I'm like, yeah, they got keyways and stuff in them too. So
right, you got a shear pin slot in the shaft, right?
Yeah. The clutch itself has one made in it instead of adding a keyway. And then I can't remember if the top pulley, I think it's got one made in it too, where it fits on the shaft. I didn't see a single keyway come out of it. They're all built into the pulley where it fits around the shaft. So that tells you they're making stuff like that. That's like, okay, you shears the key off. Okay, if you just shear off the inside, you got to buy the whole pulley.
Right.
Yeah, the guy brought it over here, and he said it ain't been started in about a year or so. He said it had a tarp on it. It was under a shed, but we got it out there. He said it ran great. He said one of the tires went flat and it wasn't wanting to pull right. He said.
So did you check did it have compression? Is it a pull start?
Got it out here. No, it's a 22 horse, 2-cylinder. It got it out here, put battery in it, poured a little bit of gas in the carburetor, spun it over. It cranked over about a half a turn and busted off and ran.
It busted what?
It just popped off and ran. It just boom, started right up.
Oh, hey. So you know it runs. You just got to get it mounted.
Yep.
Well, that's going to make the project pretty quick. It should. Is that belt-driven stuff underneath it?
Yeah, it's got one pulley that drives the pumps for the each wheel. It's got two pumps on each wheel where the handles go into for the hydraulics. You can make it go forward or back. And then in the bottom, it's got another pulley under that's electric clutch, and it has a belt, and you pull the little switch, and it engages the blades.
All right. What's up, Chef?
Hey, Chef.
Huh. So you should be up and going here about a day worth of work on that thing if the rain lets you, huh?
Yeah, if I got out there, if everything would have went right, I could have swapped it out in an hour or so.
Right on.
I'm not adding into it that I'm out of touch with doing it, and shit kicks my ass faster, but I still think I can do it in an hour or two.
Does the yard look like a hayfield yet?
It ain't too bad. That BC Blades, his wife come over here and cut it. They live over across the ways from me.
Yeah.
And then she cut the outside fence. We cut inside the yard with a push mower.
I went through all that there a few weeks ago. The tractor I used to mow, all the tires were flat, the battery was dead, the belt was toast. I had to go over the whole dang thing to get it going. But now it's a pretty easy deal.
Hey, it's Shift. How's it going?
And you never notice that if you replace the belts enough on a dang tractor, you become a pro, man. It goes fast. The more you do it, the quicker you get.
Tend to learn the shortcuts.
Mm. Yeah, I didn't even look at the news. I don't know nothing new going on. Kind of, kind of behind on that today. We need somebody talkative up here.
Yeah, Shift just came up. I don't know what's wrong with her mic or what.
Oh, what's up, Chef? We can't hear you. Up, you're something's going on. I seen her mute and unmute. She'll be back.
Connective issues, I'm guessing, huh?
Yeah, she probably got the Patriot package too.
There she is back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We can. Yep.
Awesome. Happy Mother's Day, everybody in chat. Hopefully you had as blessed a day as I did.
Well, happy Mother's Day to you. I don't even know if you're a mother,
You'll be
but happy Mother's Day if
watching
you
video
are.
on my
Happy Mother's Day. I heard you went fishing and went riding and what and some other stuff, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Yep, I have 2 sons. Yep. They took me fishing all day.
Yeah, the 2 boys were here, hung out with Vicky some. I don't know if she heard anything out of the others or not. I don't understand things, but I don't ask about it. I was out doing stuff and she's asleep, so I don't know. Before or after she didn't get wasn't upset, so she must have. Did you hear I got out there to work on the mower to get the motor on and got everything out there, got all the tools together, everything run out there, got under, got one bolt out, started pouring rain. That was
jeez. We thought everything was going to get canceled today, okay? It rained really hard this morning and then it stopped. It clouded over and we went anyway, and then it got nice and sunny and warm. It was awesome. We fished the St. Croix River all day.
Hey, it's in.
Hey, everybody. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, sweetie Petey.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
I got a question for Mr. Camel Carl if he's still there. Nope, he's muted. I was going to ask him if he ever caught a sturgeon.
I saw. Was that what that thing looked like? A shark-looking thing you had?
Yep, that's a sturgeon. That's my small one.
And then that other thing, it looked like a bullhead or a sheep head
Nope,
or a
that was a sheep head. Or yeah, that's a sheep head. Big sheep head though, 10 pounds of sheep head.
It's fun to catch.
What kind of fish is that? Is that like a walleye?
No. I sent him a picture of the walleyes too that we kept.
It's a big fish, kind of like a carp, but they're.
Yep.
They can be 20 foot long. Sturgeons are monsters. Back in the 1800s, they were known to take small fishing boats out. They can be the size of a shark.
Hey, I caught the picture I sent Chuck was just shy of 40 inches long.
That's a good size. I've only ever caught little ones, and then I let them go because I know they're babies.
Yep. But my grandson, which is only 13, I mean, granted, he's a big boy. He caught a 58.5-incher today.
Wow.
Huge.
They got a good fight on them.
I'm putting a good bite, they literally will leave the water, tail and all. They do air jumps.
Yeah, they got suckerfish mouths too.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna be doing a video of today. So yep, for my channel.
Awesome.
Well,
They look prehistoric when they get huge.
they look more prehistoric when they're babies because they have the spikes on their back that are like razor
Yeah,
sharp,
yeah.
and that's so that other fish can't eat them. And then they grow out of those spikes that are on their backs. Yeah. So
I
Miss
don't
Tin, did
even
you
know
have
what
a
they
great
taste
Mother's
like.
Day? Oh, you wouldn't want to eat a sturgeon. Nope. Just a
What were
little.
they fishing them? What were they fishing them for back 100 years ago? For what were they after? Some of the oil or something?
The roe,
Yeah, the
the
eggs,
eggs, the eggs, sturgeon eggs. Oh, are you kidding me?
caviar.
Mm-hmm. The eggs. So Miss Tin,
Howdy,
did you have a
Jessica.
good day? Tin. Where'd she go? We lost her.
Oh, she might be having
No,
sound trouble now.
she's muted.
KK, honey.
That's okay. Did you have a good day?
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
Yep. And then my youngest son, he made T-bones and corn on the cob for dinner when we got back.
Yeah, I made ribeyes. My youngest she wanted him to let him season them, and then roasted baked potatoes. And didn't make anything else, but didn't know what anybody wanted. So Echo said smoked sturgeon is awesome or delicious.
It's not after they get so big though, because sturgeon is a really greasy fish. And once the bigger they get, the more garbage they eat too. I'm just saying.
True, they're bottom
Yeah,
feeders.
yep. My boys fish them for sport. They actually get into tournaments. So, yep.
Big ones look like they'd be fun. But even that small one probably was fun though.
It was fun. I mean, thing is my son took my phone and actually got pictures of it, as I was getting close to the boat video, and it actually jumped, and he actually got it on video. So I can't wait. I have a great bunch of stuff to put together for my channel. So watch for it.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. Yep. The only thing that I didn't take pictures of is because when we first got there is when we hit all the walleye. And yeah, the bite was so heavy that we were catching them, measuring them, either keeping them or throwing them back.
Yeah, those are monitored hard too, aren't they?
Yeah. If we would have walked, got our net got checked when we came in, even if there would have been one in there under slot, we'd have got fined. So, yep.
You guys get rainbow trout up there?
Yeah, we can get rainbow trout in
That's
some
the
of the
ones I
smaller
like.
creeks and rivers and that.
Yeah, I like that, and I like the smoked salmon.
Yep.
So how's everything going with you, Tin?
Hang on.
No easy answer there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hubby's walking around, so.
Oh, yeah. I see.
All right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
What's up, Annie and Jack?
No
You
caviar
all right,
tacos,
Ken?
Chuck.
Huh?
You all right, Ken? You sound a bit exasperated or something.
No, I'm trying to set up the stream and I don't know.
Yeah, caviar tacos. Huh?
Just a day. Just a day.
Yep.
Yeah,
Get stuff someday.
we didn't have none of the other kids show up out here, which kind of might have let Vicky down. But she's got to go into work here in a bit, so she's kind of slept since like 10 o'clock this morning, which would be 8 your time, I guess. And then she got up at 5:30. I tried to accomplish stuff. All I accomplished is getting all the tools together and getting out there and on the ground. I had to hurry up, grab everything, and get it in.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy though. We took 2 boats. My oldest son took his 1964 boat, which everybody it's a work in progress, but that thing goes like a bat out of bat, believe me. And then my youngest son and his son were in the other boat.
Yeah, I missed
Yeah,
mine.
well, 1964 wasn't that long ago.
And I was only 4 years old when it came out, so.
I had a
I'm
Boston
trying to
Whaler
make
and
us not
sold it.
sound old. I'm trying to make us not sound old. All right.
All right. But I'm saying it's a work in progress. He actually found an original windshield for it and everything so far. He just really has to paint it.
Yeah, a buddy of
And
mine
it'll pretty
laughed
much
at
be
me when I
done.
had boats. He said, "Yeah, a boat's a hole in the water you throw money at." I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much."
It can be, unless if you do normal maintenance on it, they're not.
So now I'm curious because I heard something about they were remaking windshields for the old speedboats. Was it something he found in another boat, or did he buy a
No,
brand new?
he actually found another boat. And that boat had
Oh,
holes, and it was just a torn up mess, but the windshield was perfect.
huh.
And he
Well, that's
walked up
neat.
to it was in some farmer's field, and he walked up and asked them about it, and the guy said, "Take whatever you want off it." So he did. He took the boat or the windshield, and he took it's like a reverse. It almost is like looking in your rear view mirror, except for it goes on the flat part of like your dash would be in a boat. And he took
Yeah, it's
that.
got a real convex mirror.
It's crazy, and it actually sits flat on the. Yeah.
That's for
And so
skiing.
he took those. Yeah, he took those 2 parts off that boat. That's all he said was salvageable. So.
Good to find it.
Wolverines! Yeah, Dick, I'm not saying that word. I'm going to stick with Wolverines.
Yeah, I had a Boston Whaler, and I got rid of it and got a party barge, and I wish I'd have never got the barge. I ended up selling it anyway, and now I'm boatless. I wish I still had my Boston Whaler. You could shoot a cannonball through the floor of it, and it won't sink.
And you know that from experience?
You remember the commercials back in the 70s for Boston Whaler? The guy took a chainsaw and cut it from one side to the other in half and then drove it around the lake.
Oh, I do remember that. That's just because it's full of styrofoam.
Yep.
Strangely enough, I've seen boats sitting on the bottom of a lake that are filled with styrofoam.
It's like
It was one of the old originals.
It's like a buoyant igloo cooler. One that's set
Yeah.
to keep topside. I got it. It was a mess. The guy had it. It'd been sitting outside under a tree for a long time. It probably had 2 inches, 3 inches of leaves in it. It was all stained up. I swept it out and cleaned it up and bleached it and cleaned it good and sprayed it with this stuff. Even the brass shined on it by the time I got done. And didn't even look like the same boat.
Yep. No, my oldest son has found this boat at an auction for this family that was losing their farm. Was it, property and all of that. And the old guy said, I'm not putting that's not listed in the auction. And my son said, okay. He goes, but the guy goes to him, if you want it, I'll sign the title over to you. If you promise me, you'll send me pictures as you restore it. So he literally gave him the boat with the motor, with everything.
That's cool.
But like I said, he's done quite a bit of work to it, But the engine was perfect. All of that stuff was great. That all worked perfect. It was just the electrical stuff that had gotten chewed apart by critters,
Yeah. I like those little beach crafts. I don't really want one, but I like to look at them. All wood, all stained up wood.
I saw a couple of those today on the river.
Those are sharp looking boats.
They are spendy.
Which ones?
Beach crafts.
Oh yeah.
They're the all wood.
Yep.
Sorry if I changed your subject, Chuck. I didn't intend to.
That's fine. Talk about whatever.
Shoot, it changes all the time anyways. What else you got? We'll talk about it.
What else do I got? Well,
Crisscross are really nice wooden boats too.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, the Chris Craft. That's the ones I was thinking of, actually.
Yeah, they're very nice.
Beach Craft. Those they made those a long time too. Those are beautiful boats.
The wood
Andy.
on them.
Happy Mother's Day.
What's up, Andy? Wolverine, she says.
Yeah, I like Ranger bass boats, but those, you get into those, you can start having issues. It's like trying to buy Mercedes parts.
Hey, Andy, I for the first time ever, I went to my notifications and I saw where it said mentions. And I went and hit that, and there you were sharing my live stream I did. I appreciate that. I didn't know you did that until I found it today. They ought to tell you that somebody shares your stuff, but they really don't, do they?
No.
Nope. It shows up though in the streams, on their community pages. That kind of stuff will show up.
Yeah, but you don't always see it on your feed, especially, somebody like me who's subbed to too many things or something, I find myself having to go look for a lot of things. People tell me somebody did something and, I got to go looking to find it. They don't show it to me too readily.
Exactly. Well, if I know someone's going live, I try to grab it and share it. Right, Tin?
Yeah. Yeah, you're good
She
at
knows.
that. You are good
try
at
and
that.
grab it. Try and grab it and share it on my community page.
I remember months and months ago being on Chuck's panel just like right now. I was on it for over an hour, and a notice went across my screen and said, Chuck is live.
Yeah.
What the?
Me and Rescue used to joke about that. We're like, oh, I went live.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It's just totally crazy. Well, Chuck, I appreciate the invite, but I was out fishing with my boys all day and haven't got to be with hubby tonight. And he just got done doing dishes. So I better go spend some time with him.
Hey, you know what? Even a short visit is better than none.
I know, but I better go spend some time with him. So love you guys. Have a blessed night. Tin, I'll see you on yours. I'll be in chat. Have a great day, guys. The rest of it. Bye.
See you later, Chef. Garrett, what kind of pups do you got?
I got a little video I can put up here, I think. I don't know if that's the one I played a minute ago, but yeah, it is. What's this other one? Let me check it real quick.
That sounds good, babe. Okay.
You got a video incoming there, Chuck?
I was looking to see if I had what I had, and I already played one of them.
Wonder if we can get Echo to send you the video of the Russian sky that she sent me earlier. A golden retriever, a corgi, hound, and a Peking. Boy, you got an assortment, Garrett.
The most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. We're doing a million things at one time tonight. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Did you notice, Chuck, that he said that white supremacy stuff, and then those Patriot Front started marching right after, within hours?
It's kind of like a call to arms to them, ain't it?
Yeah, I think that was, I think they intended to use that as a, one of those FFs, and nothing really materialized that I know of.
There you go.
Stand up against the poison of white supremacy, as I did my inaugural address, to single out as the most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy. And I'm not saying this because I'm at a black HBCU. I say it wherever I go.
He's
Oh
such
my.
a dick.
Now can you show the picture of him hanging out with David Duke?
Right? Stupid fuck.
And how does he say that? Does he not understand how white of an old man he looks, including his hair? I mean, like, he's white supremacy, like a billboard for it. You know what I mean?
He defines it.
Yeah, he's the worst one. 'Cause he's stupid.
So today I found on YouTube, you guys, a socialist channel. Yes, a socialist fascist channel.
Yeah.
Yes, and not only is it a socialist fascist channel, it's a socialist fashion channel out of Seattle.
Huh.
And boy, did I rip into them until they banned me. Oh, bummer. I was asking them questions about socialism. They didn't like a lot of my questions.
Good to see you, Gina. Good to hear you got some critters, Garrett. Usually people with animals have some pretty good hearts, and they take in them rescues especially.
Excuse me.
I've read that the Democrats were the ones that created the KKK. Imagine that.
Hey, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Tim.
Happy
Hey, guys.
Mother's
Bonnie.
Hi, Wyatt.
Hello.
So just before I came up, I saw this picture. What kind of cult was that? Or what was going on?
That was our fearless leader trying to tell us that whites are the problem.
He's against white supremacy. Says the one making all that money hand over fist.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I saw something where there was a march of a group of white supremacists called Patriot.
Front.
That's it. Thank you. Go team.
Yeah, like I was saying, he came out with that speech, Bonnie, and within hours they were having that Patriot run all over the news.
Oh, really? Yeah. Good message.
Marching in khakis, you know, what the heck? Wearing polos and marching in khaki pants. Masks. All of them were wearing masks. You see that?
I
They were
haven't seen a video of it or anything.
Only
They were literally chanting, "We are not the FBI. We are not the FBI." So they are really, you know, prolific liars. When they were arresting one of them had a Federal Bureau of Investigation PA speaker. Where did he get that?
From the FBI.
So it's a plot. Okay. And the plot thickens.
It's gaslighting at its finest for the mainstream media so that people will think that this is going on. And yeah. It's a look over here, look over here.
Yeah.
They look pretty silly to people like us, don't they, Tim? You know, after all we know and all we've seen, it's bloody obvious to us.
Well, that, and like I said, this fascist communist channel that I found on YouTube today, it's called Red May TV. And these are highly educated young millennials that are literally, oh my God, you guys, they want fascism. Huh?
Oh, Vicky must be having good work. She was probably saying goodbye.
Oh, okay. It's just, I can't believe that these young millennials feel that socialism's the only way to go. Like, do they not understand you don't get to pick your job in a socialistic or fascist, you know, government? And then socialism and fascism, it's just a slippery slope all the way down to communism. And it's like, and then you got no choices, no rights, no freedoms. And they're good with that because, you know, we want to level the playing field. Oh, gee.
Sooner or later, the level playing field will level them out too, because there's always somebody going to have less than somebody, so that they'll keep taking it away till nobody has anything.
Well, like I said, I kept asking them, you know, highly intelligent questions that were, you know, pretty easy to answer, and yet they banned me. And then I came in on 10 TV too, and I said, "What is it, you guys? Socialism's all about banning? Yeah, that's what we do." Okay, you guys. So in other words, there's no getting through to you guys because you're going to put up those roadblocks. You will always think you're right. And pretty much I think you're all a bunch of effing narcissists because only a narcissist would think that way.
Well, they're idiots too, because most of those people, let's say the LGBTQ community, They back this communist regime. Well, what they don't realize, or maybe they do, is that once the communist regime takes hold, they're the first ones to be targeted. So they're supporting their own doom.
Well, putting the LGBT and all that aside, the topic on this one was capitalism, and that capitalism is what's breeding all of this ethnic inequality and things of that nature, and it was about capitalism, and they were getting down on people that were the investors. Well, if you don't have investors, how do you think shit's good? People are just, oh, let's just all be happy and free, and we're just going to put on all our free work, and we're going to create all this stuff for the good of humanity. No, there's always going to be an evil one. And these people are just so stupid. Yeah, it was about capitalism. So like I said, I was there for about 10 minutes, and then they banned me. Because you didn't want to hear something from somebody that's got a conservative side, or my opinion's more conservative.
Speaking of conservative and free enterprise, look at this.
This is so out of control. Lock these motherfuckers up. Teach them the lesson of a lifetime. We can't even go to the grocery market no more without having a
That happened a few weeks ago, but that's just one example, and it's still going on because you see it on Twitter. I mean, these guys are really, really skilled at what they're doing. I noticed when they went into a men's clothing shop, like they went all for like a whole section of just white. So it had to have been small, medium, large, extra large. Like they just grabbed it. Oh, they're so coordinated.
Like the guys robbing the CVS. Did you see that?
Which one? Did they get?
One where three guys went in with bags, and then I don't know if they hit the pharmacy or not, but they were hitting certain high cost things, just stuffing, looked like giant white sacks full of stuff, and just walked out. And the manager standing there with his hands up.
Well,
it feels rehearsed. It feels rehearsed to me.
Yeah, it's very coordinated. Oh, and did you hear the leak? The leak today on Soros supposedly dying, but then I guess he didn't. Like they were just trying to get everybody's,
Again? He died again?
Yeah, again. That's what they said. But he didn't. It was a rumor that was put forth by the Sun magazine in UK.
You got my hopes up for a minute.
I know. I don't trust the Sun though.
No, he's just as bad or worse.
Okay, I forgot to send Jay the link for tonight. Okay, guys, I gotta get ready, I guess, because
yeah, you might see us over there.
Oh, I hope so, because it's long. I don't know. Nobody's been going live on the weekends. It's like
I shut down a couple weeks ago, and I'd only done one, I think. I went over to Bonnie's once or twice. She did a couple.
Yeah, you nobody's doing anything. I don't know. It just seems like
a lot of people are doing backstages.
Is that what it is? Because it just seems. Because I've been looking, and it's like, okay, where is everybody? And then I think, well, maybe I'll fire it up. No, I ain't gonna fire it up. Wait a minute, I'm supposed to be taking a day off. You know what I mean? I'm like, somebody entertain me, please.
It's like great. They had the great American mod kill go through, and then all of a sudden everybody quit coming on.
Oh yeah, that didn't help things at all. It really didn't. Yeah, things are kind of messed up, you guys. I don't know what's going on. Seems like everything's getting ready to just implode.
Yeah, they're talking to one of the guys talking about they're looking at thing to do with the banks like it happened in the 30s that they're going to shut down and nobody's going to be able to touch their money. One guy was talking earlier. I was watching. He's a financier, and he's talking about one of his buddies that's does all that predictions of like things crashing and falling, and he's been right 93% of the time. And he's saying it's coming. He thinks it's coming by the middle of summer that people ain't gonna be able to touch their money in banks.
Well, we've got just a few more weeks until the debt ceiling, and nobody's budging on that. What was the other thing that?
It's good to see you, Sweet Tea. Why couldn't you get into chat?
Sometimes that happens to me.
It's probably Jay would probably say like by the end of June, possibly, but I think they know when it's going to happen because there's proof now that they knew when the last one was going to happen because Al Capone was part of the deal about running the banks because they found the check that where he took out $5,000 the day before the run. $5,000 today would be like $5 million or more. And he knew something was going on, and they have a copy of the check and everything. So somebody found it in some museum or something, and they go, "Oh, isn't that quinky dink? Look at the date on it."
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, by damn, those gangsters were involved with that one too.
I can't see any of my messages, Sweet Tea, till I get off of here. If I touch anything, it'll knock me out. I'll check it out when I get done.
Sweet Tea must be Tea Girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna stick with me forever because I was calling her Sweet Tea because she's always so sweet to everybody. Then I saw the hot rod that her husband had made for her, and on the back it said Sweet Tea on it.
Oh, are you from the South? Just asking.
Who, me?
No, Tea Girl, because like you guys, a lot of you talk about sweet tea a lot. I noticed that in this community, which is totally cool because I'm kind of like
I live off of it. You cut me, and I seek sweet tea.
See, we're like more of an Arnold Palmer type of people here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, I can't stand even out when I go to a restaurant and they bring out my iced tea. I don't even want lemon on the table.
Yeah.
Do you sing, "Oh, Sweet Tea, come on and drink with me"? Come on and drink with me.
My boys like them Arnold Palmer. That's half lemonade, right?
Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah. To me, I told them, I said, "That's you want lemonade or you want tea?" And they're like, "I like both together." I said, "That's like being bisexual."
It's just kind of weird.
Goodness, Chuck.
That's a little different, Chuck. It's just a little different.
So what do you want? Well, I'll just accept whatever I can get.
It's binary. It's ones and zeros.
Yeah, binary.
Yeah.
0 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 1.
Yeah, tea's not a big thing up here where I live at. I mean, people do like to do the sun tea, but remember we're Starbucks came from here. Okay, so yeah. All right.
I like Indian lemonade. Do you know what that is, T? I'm in 10. Do you know what that is, 10?
Huh.
It's staghorn sumac. I know, well, everybody thinks sumac is poisonous because there is a poisonous sumac, but it's got white berries. But it's the red velvet berries on a sumac tree. You just take those and you soak them in a jar just like you would sun tea and sweeten it up. It's super high in vitamin C, super healthy, and real tasty. And it's free.
Never heard of that one.
I haven't either. It's sweet tea or lemonade here.
Yeah, it's like cappuccinos, frappuccinos, iced coffees, and don't forget your unicorn drinks when they're on special. Yeah, because that's what we're all about up here in Pacific Northwest. I don't drink that stuff.
You guys, Ken, do you guys have the Cane's chicken up there?
No.
I was gonna say they're famous for their tea and their lemonade. I like both, but not together.
Hey, it's good to see you, Brew and Nora.
Spice tea sounds good.
I like chai tea. That's green tea and matcha tea sometimes, but it's mostly in the winter. Like I like it warm or hot. I don't know. I guess if I grew up in the South, I'd probably really enjoy it. You know
I
what I
remember
mean?
as a kid in Ohio going to the Chinese restaurant with my parents and their friends, and they'd always bring that Chinese hot tea out. And I liked it with a lot of sugar in it. But that
Yeah, a lot of sugar.
Hey, I got a question. You guys remember something called tab tea in the 70s? Something
Tab
that was some kind
in the
of drug everybody was doing. What the heck was that made out of?
tab? You mean the pop in the pink
No,
can?
no, no. I'm talking about tab tea. It was a drug. People used to snort that stuff in the
Oh,
70s.
I
And
don't
I
know.
had no
Yeah,
clue what it was.
Never heard of that one.
No, I didn't start doing drugs till the 80s. Well, at least I'm honest. And we didn't
No,
do any.
I'm just,
Well, the
I
only
was,
teas we did was mushroom tea. Because remember, I live in the Pacific Northwest. There's lots of those kinds of little mushrooms. Yeah, lots of them on the other side. Now, where I live here on the eastern side, no. But over there by Seattle, and oh yeah, just
no,
got to be
speaking of that
careful.
soda pop tab, I hear they make that still.
Pardon me.
I hear they still make tab, that soda pop, somewhere.
Oh, I haven't seen that forever. That was the drink that all the moms drank in the 70s.
It was.
And you go over and spend the night at your friend's house, and it's like, we begged to get one of those, and we just thought we were so special because we got a tab.
Yeah, it was diet pop. Is what it was.
Yeah, it was, and it was full of a lot of rat poisoning, and you notice a lot of those women later on developed Alzheimer's and breast cancers. How'd that happen? Yeah. Introduced
Yeah.
a lot of stuff into our food in the 70s during food shortages, just like they're doing now. And
Isn't
then,
that when saccharin started being put in all that stuff?
yep, the pink
Yeah.
stuff, the rat poisoning.
Yeah.
I thought tab was cool only because I didn't get to have it, and my mom did not buy tab. My mom was the odd mom in the group. Yeah. Very odd. She wasn't like the other mothers.
I think everyone
She
thinks
wasn't
that
a
way.
bad mother. She didn't go along with all the fatty stuff because she was a redhead and she got picked on a lot, during the Depression and shit. And I don't know, she just wasn't into doing everything that all the other mothers were. It's kind of weird.
I have to say the same about my mom, except for the red hair. And I'm gonna agree with Chad. I did not like tab at all. I don't like any diet soda. It's got a weird chemical taste, just like tab had.
Yeah, but if you didn't get that and all you got was Kool-Aid, or if you were lucky, some Hawaiian Punch, like a can of tab was like, oh, wow. And so you always wanted to go over to your friend Sandy's house because your mom had like a buttload of it, and she'd let us have one. Yeah, that was really fun, and then we'd go out in the backyard and go in her tent, and we'd try to make these homemade rolled joints out of some crappy ass wheat. Yeah, we did really stupid stuff. We did stupid stuff. Yeah, my mom didn't buy soda, Nora, so that's why it was I didn't even get Tang, Amy. like seriously, you know, the astronauts, I wanted that so bad. Even my brother, you know, occasionally she'd buy it, but it was more for my brother, you know, like because he was the rocket guy. And then what's he grow up to be? A wing designer for Boeing. Yeah.
Gosh, did we grow up together? No sweets in the house. Brother, the golden child. Yes, and he's the um, engineer or whatever. Builds bridges. Yeah.
Oh, a civil engineer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Senior. I can't not say senior.
My husband's an engineer too, but if I called him a senior engineer at this point in his life, at his age, he'd be like, "Oh, he'd take that like wrong." I'm just saying that because I'm almost retired. It's like, oh yeah, but you do got like 40 or no 20 years of experience or more, or 35. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. He was 25 when he's got his shit. Yeah, Gina's mom didn't buy soda either. Yeah, a lot of us just didn't, you know, we didn't. That was like your parents were ballers if you had Tang or Tab, even have pop in your house. Just to
Yeah.
have soda pop. Wow, like you were somebody.
We had them growing up, but it was like I remember when the plastic 2 liters come out. Before that, Mom would grocery shop for the week, and she'd buy like 2 of those big glass quarts of Coke or Pepsi. And that wasn't like you get a glass of it 3 or 4 times a day. It was like, okay, what day of the week when we eat do you want some Coke?
Mm-hmm.
We used to get something called Town Club Pop, and it was came in about 50 flavors, and it came in a wooden crate, and you'd take your empty bottles back to the same place that distributes the soda, and you could assemble your own 24-pack case of all the different flavors you wanted. You could mix and match. You could put all cherries in there or whatever you wanted to do. It was always the same price, and
I think I
that was
remember something like that.
I remember
that was
picking up the glass bottles off the side of the road for gas in the car.
Oh
Once I
yeah, I
grew
remember
up.
picking up aluminum cans.
Yeah.
It's like shiny aluminum can, stop, and I dive into the ditch to get it. No, seriously, because you know, back then, you know, jobs weren't exactly the easiest to find, you know, any
Yeah.
more than they are now.
Well,
And I
bottle
try to
return didn't
I
start here till '76. That's when the bottle return started in Michigan. I don't know about the rest of the state.
somewhere around there. I think.
Shasta soda, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when some of the cans also had a deposit on them. Me and a buddy of mine, we used to go pick them up, and I ended up finding a grocery cart in the woods that had big rubber tires on it. So I rolled it out, and from then on, that was my thing to go collect bottles with. And then I found out that some of the cans had a nickel return, different beer cans and stuff. So I grabbed them too. And hell, it was probably 74. I might have been 9 or 10. And ended up went out one day by myself, and I hit this one area, and somebody tore down a house. And out by the road, there was just a whole bunch of pop bottles, and I grabbed them all up in my buggy and loaded them up and went to the store, and I had like $350 worth of pop bottles.
Well, I had it made when that happened, Chuck, because I lived
I
on the
thought I
lake.
was shit that I could run away and move out.
Yeah, well, you could make a lot of money off of cans and bottles when it started because nobody really wanted to pick them up. I lived
Yep,
on the
that's
lake when
true.
that stuff started, and I could fill my canoe and canoe across the lake, go to the store, haul it all across the street. Sometimes I'd be making $300 a week as a kid picking up bottles and cans. I had more fishing gear than anybody.
Yeah, I made a lot of money off those cans. But I'm
Right.
sure I spent it all on like pot or something like that. Because I didn't want to
It
tell
was
my mom.
It was the Kmart fishing and sporting goods section that got all my money.
Yeah, I was a bad girl.
Yeah, you were all angels compared to the crap I did.
I mean, I was pretty much a rebel until I went to college, and then it was like, okay, you can't be a rebel anymore. It's just not going to work. Sometimes I wonder why I even put myself through all that. Because I retired so early. I was like, okay. Oh well. Maybe I did it for shit hits the fan. That's it. Yeah. Come find me because you got a gunshot wound to your trunk. Yeah, we'll get it out if we can. And then I got the packing for it. Yeah. That big old military trunk packing for gunshot wounds. What do you got in your stash?
Are you picking on me?
No, I'm just saying I literally have that camo. Like,
You know I got a big old army truck, right? That sounded like you was picking on me.
oh no. No, like I went to this one of those military surplus places and actually found the trunk gauze for a wound to your chest, you know?
I
And
got some of that. I got a
yeah, and it
full
was
med kit.
yeah, and I was like, wow, I seen that and I was like I could never just go into a Rite Aid and buy that, you know what I mean?
No, you couldn't.
And they
Not
were
for
like,
those prices, anyways.
yeah, and it was sealed up really good, and it was from the first Desert Storm. So I'm assuming,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, the packaging didn't look compromised in any way, so that it'd still be sterile.
Is it
And
in a green package?
it was in a brown, papery looking package on the
Okay.
outside with a plastic lining in the inside of the paper almost.
If it says camouflage on it, that's another plus. Is they're subdued to where you don't have the white bandage standing out like a sore
No,
thumb.
this is a white one.
Hey,
And
Flying Eagle.
in fact, the army pants and jacket and stuff that I got, it's that camo from the desert, from Desert Storm. It was that lighter
There were two
camo.
kinds. There was two kinds. One of them's called chocolate chip, and it kind of looks like little chocolate chips. And the other one was called the three color desert, which is a woodland pattern with a real light browns.
And greens and darker greens in it.
No, that would be plain old woodland. That's the woodland camouflage that they used in the 80s and late 70s. That was prior to it, but some of those guys were still wearing it in Desert Storm.
Yeah, because I got one of the darker green jackets, and then the outfit that with the other one is the lighter with the chocolate chips in it.
Yeah, yeah, that
Like
was
little, and even little swishes of white and stuff. It's like very desert toned looking. And I thought, okay, that's interesting. And because I'm really small, and a lot of the uniforms that were still there, they were the uniforms of the kids that first go in when they're skinny as fuck, and then later on they have to get bigger military outfits because they buff out as they
well,
get
and
them.
now in actuality, Tin, people used to be a little smaller. If you were a collector in like World War I or World War II uniforms, it's really hard to find even a medium size, much less a large size. And the same kind of thing was with Desert Storm era. 90% of all the uniforms are going to be smalls. There'll be some mediums, but the large sizes are real hard to find.
Yeah, the guy that was running the shop, the way he explained it, because he's an old vet. He just recently died too, which is sad. But um, yeah, he mentioned that a lot of the soldiers, when they first go in, they're skinny and little, and so they wear the smaller uniforms. But over time, they have to upgrade because they start buffing out. I was like, okay, well, it fits me. I don't care. I'm like thinking, hey, this is great because where do I live right now? I'm in the desert, so it'd be perfect, right? The jacket with the darker colors would be good over on the other side of the mountains where there's lots of
Well,
trees.
see, the part that very few think about is that all of our camouflage designs, and there's quite a few of them, they were all made to be used and deployed in other countries. So if you
Mm-hmm.
want to have some really good working camouflage for our area, you go to a foreign military that thought they might have to fight on American soil, and you'll see that their patterns will match up. I mean, in some
Oh, that
cases,
makes
like
so much sense.
yeah, in some cases, like something like Swiss alpenflage. All right, it has oranges and reds in it, and it would be absolutely perfect in the fall when the leaves are turning and stuff. Some of the Russian patterns will work better here in America than any of ours.
Kind of like going to Hawaii and wanting to buy a winter coat.
You know, I never thought of that. That's actually very interesting. Because if I wanted to go Bigfoot hunting per se, because I live in Bigfoot land, I could go to another country surplus for if they were, well, whoa, that's just too trippy. Okay. Thinking outside the
Well,
box.
in the big armies like the British military and the American military, they will adapt and absorb another country's pattern. You know, like the tiger stripe that we used in Vietnam, that was a Laotian design that we copied and changed a little bit, and we got it wrong. The stripes were supposed to go in a vertical, not a horizontal. So
Yeah,
they
like
kind of,
sticks.
yes. And then like the British, what they call the dispersed pattern, the DPS, they that was a Rhodesian camouflage design that they copied, changed the colors, and it's just that these militaries they will copy something that works and use it for themselves.
I have a question. Okay, so when I got this jacket and pants and everything, and said that it was carbon lined.
Okay, that's a chemical that is called a MOP suit. That is a nuclear, chemical, and biological warfare charcoal lined suit that's made to absorb bad things. All right. Now, what people like those suits for is hunters get them because the charcoal hides your scent. But
Oh,
most
that makes
people, it will leave black charcoal all over whatever you're wearing it over. If it's a new suit, people like to wash them before they wear them to get rid of that charcoal that's in it.
Yeah, it even had washing instructions and stuff, and I thought, okay, so why are they carbon lined like that so that they can track from the air
No,
who's
that's to absorb bad chemicals to keep it from reaching your skin.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I got a good score then. Because it was
Then
only
that,
like $2 for the pants, $2 for the jacket, and everything was brand new. It was still wrapped up. It
yeah,
smelled
it's just
funky,
that when
like
you
it'd been
put
in
that
storage.
on and you wear it, if you've never washed it and when you go take that off, you're going to be looking like you just came out of a chimney.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I might need some of it for some eyeliner or something in case I get kidnapped. I gotta look good for my kidnappers. Just kidding. Right. Put it all over myself and make myself look weird for the kidnappers.
They're also extremely warm. You'll be sweating in that thing if it's any kind of heat in the air at all.
Love you, shit kicker. Yeah, I didn't. I haven't. I think I wore it around the house, just to see if it fit or whatever. And I was like, yeah, it fits. Cool. It's not something I would have normally put into my wardrobe, but hey, we're preppers, so yeah. I know that just sounds so weird. I do weird things because I'm weird. Okay, yeah.
I might know a little bit about camouflage and military stuff.
Oh
You,
yeah,
you,
quite
feel
a
free to
bit.
ask anything, anytime.
Vicky said to let you guys know Walmart now sells vegan marshmallows.
Ew.
I
Are
didn't
they
know.
made out of styrofoam?
I don't know. I guess I was trying to figure out. I thought it's made from sugar, which if it's cane sugar, that's still vegan. So
It's cornstarch.
cornstarch. So
Well, Khloe Kardashian will be so happy to know
yeah.
that. Her and vegan. Okay, I'm gonna jump off here, you guys. So I love you, and I'll see you here in about 45 minutes, something like that.
Have a good show, Tim.
See you
Yeah,
later.
we'll try. We'll try.
Night, Tim. Good
Bye.
night.
Damn.
What was that?
Talking to the cat, he come over staring at me.
You're supposed to know what he wants.
Gives me that look like I owe him money.
I missed a lot. The girls just surprised me with a dozen yellow roses.
Who did that?
My girls.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, they are.
Was that because one of them came in drunk last night and you had to take care of her?
Just last night.
I think that's funny. I'm sorry. I can't help it, but that's funny.
You hear anything else, Cody, today?
No, they got
I
big.
wouldn't have been able to go home, Bonnie. If I was ever that drunk, the last place I was going to go was where my mom was.
You would think. But I'd rather them be there than
Here.
I'm with you, Vicky.
It's fucking hot.
Mother's Day menopause.
Shoot, I'm leaving. That sounds scary.
Mother's Day menopause massacre.
Yeah, probably hot flashes involved too, huh?
That's a good excuse.
Yeah, we were watching the snippets from All in the Family, and it had where Edith was in menopause and kept telling Archie to stifle it.
Oh, I think I remember that, man, where she finally stood up to him. I was probably so young I didn't know what menopause was. That was it all about?
Let's see if I can remember.
I find it awful strange that it's called menopause.
Well, I could tell you why.
And
It's
better
called.
pause their shit.
Okay, thank you. I should have known Vicky would know.
Then we're starting our shit, so one of them's got to pause.
I think I'd just go, like, if I had a wife and she went into that stuff, I think I'd just go, like, to Canada for a bear hunting trip or something for a while. Be safer.
It's funny that. Okay, I'm gonna have every man mad at me now, but it's funny that men make that such a deal because I'm pretty sure that men go through something once a month also. I don't know what the name for it is, but
Hell, I go through it a couple times a week.
I call it menopause instead of menopause.
Get me out in traffic and get a few idiots cut me off.
I think Chuck went through my menopause for me.
I know that, that time of month comes around for girls. If there's a bunch of girls around, they all synchronize at the same time.
Yep.
Yes.
Try having 6 of us at the same time.
Yeah. I'm not scared of much, Vicky, but I ain't stupid either.
Yeah, my dad and my brother stayed away. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah. Good night, Vicky. Please be careful.
I will.
I weed eated around your car, so
What?
I ran a weed eater out there earlier, so you don't have to worry about walking in higher grass. I forget what channel it was. The whole thing was just a bunch of shorts of All in the Family.
All in the
I'm
family.
starting to picture Chuck's yard like the African, savannah with lions and tigers creeping around in the grass just waiting to get you.
Oh goodness, my grass is knee high, at least. One of my daughters says, "Why didn't you tell me that you needed mowing?" I was like, "Because you have enough on your plate."
Tell her you're growing wild weeds.
Well, I kind of am, because I want to see what is here. But those little wine cups that just pop up out of the blue every 50 feet or so, those are so pretty. It's just a deep, I think it's purple, but it's more of a burgundy, I guess.
I think they change colors a little bit. I think it depends on where they're growing. I only knew that one because my mom knew that.
Yeah, I just love them. I like all of them. The Indian paintbrush, the blue bonnets. I don't know what the yellow ones are.
Well, shoot me a picture. I'll see
I
if I
will.
can find it.
They grow thick.
I know Texas has got a lot of flowers I don't know, but apparently my mom sunk some of that information in there.
Yeah, I think I did a short because that's one thing Ladybird made sure of. There's wildflowers everywhere, and um, oh, we were on the highway somewhere, and I saw a bunch of them in the median, and I was like, oh, got to get a little video of that. That's where they were the thickest. City people will go out there on those highways and come to take pictures, and I'm thinking, I really, really hope that they check it before they go sitting down in a patch of those wildflowers, because that's where the snakes like to hide too.
There's some famous painters that have done paintings of just the flowers in the Texas prairie. Because all it takes is one rain to change the whole landscape. And there's some famous paintings
Yes,
about that.
and you're right about that. One rain, and it changes everything, and it's beautiful. So we appreciate the rain. Chuck, you awake?
Yeah, I'm looking for that episode to tell you.
No. Is that the one with Archie Bunker?
Yeah, it's she tells him to stifle it.
Oh.
Did you guys ever hear that old Sally Struthers was complacent with scamming people with that charity she used to do?
Wouldn't doubt it.
Sally Struthers.
Yeah.
She played the daughter, Meathead's girlfriend, the daughter.
Okay.
It's been some years, but I saw something on that. Yeah, feed the children.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, y'all know a lot about TV.
Up until the 80s or something, I quit watching, and a long time ago. I haven't had a TV since 2008, I think.
There you go. I found it. I had to find the episode, then find it.
What's up, Doc?
I remember paying for something.
You remember that?
So what had to
Yeah.
set her off?
I was just thinking about how much of a jackass meathead turned out to be in real life.
Yep. He's as bad or worse in real life as he was on there.
Worse.
Yeah, I still watch Walton, Gina.
I rewatched it all once a few years back. Sure enjoyed it more at this age than I did when I was young.
What, reading?
The Waltons.
Oh, yeah. When I was younger, it was then, instead of Waltons, it was Charlie's Angels and Starsky and Hutch. And
Beretta and stuff.
Yeah.
I rewatched The Little House on the Prairie too, and I enjoyed it at this age again, way more than I did as a kid.
Did I tell y'all they were doing a survey wanting to put out a series called Homestead?
I think you did. After the apocalypse kind of thing?
Yeah. That's what we need to start, a homestead. Sounds more...
They used to call people homesteaders that did that type of thing. Then that Rambo age came in, they started calling them survivalists. And then the 90s came along and they started calling them hoarders. And now they call us preppers. I mean, what's next?
Oh, they'll make up some word. Well, they already have. They've made up about 50.
yeah, Walton's on Sunday now. It's on every day in the morning.
Good to see you, Apple Dumpling. You always got to wonder if Apple Dumpling comes in with the gang or if they're just solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Viggy left the TV on here and it's muted. It's Sundance Channel and it's got the League of Their Own, that girls baseball team with Madonna and what's her name? Boss Hog. I can't think of her name now.
I love that movie.
I used to like a lot of stuff like that till all of them, and I know how they are.
I know.
Yeah, there you go, Apple Dumpling. I like that.
Are we survived?
The terrorists.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you got to go all dark on us there, Chuck. I see how you are.
Well, they already call that people that put their flag out. They got all these titles for them now, too.
Yeah, that's one of the 50 names.
The City of Lost Angels.
Rosie O'Donnell, yeah, Boss Hog.
I shouldn't be laughing at that, but I am.
Wait, what?
Anna said Rosie O'Donnell. That's the name I was trying to think. I called her Boss Hog. I said, yeah, Rosie O'Donnell, Boss Hog.
That's not funny at all, Chuck.
And that y'all think alike. That's scary.
You know, talk about that. There's a lot of times where I'm thinking something, and Jerry Lee types it. I've seen that a lot.
I didn't realize that was Rosie O'Donnell, actually.
What, in that movie?
Yes.
Yep.
Madonna went to a school here in Michigan called Rochester High School, and I know of several people that knew her. She was not a popular person. In fact, nobody liked her in school, from what I understand.
I know some people said that knew her that or knew of her back then and said she was kind of scuzzy.
Yeah, it kind of fits the description that I've heard of her back in the '70s before she got on the board there.
And then she went to Penthouse and showed how scuzzy she was by the time she got to doing videos.
I never looked at that. I didn't want to see that. Is that the one where she showed her armpit hair?
She showed a lot of stuff in her videos.
Yeah.
Yep. And especially got Tom Hanks in here too. He's like the league's #1 pedophile. I shouldn't say that. I've never caught him doing anything.
No, and it got Isaac Cappy killed, so you better watch your back.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah, Anna, that's you hit the nail on the head. She always reminded me of the fat kid that the boy in gym class that they picked last for dodgeball.
It got really quiet here.
I wasn't allowed to play, or I wasn't allowed to participate. I could go out there, but I wasn't allowed to throw the ball because I threw it too hard and hit people in the face.
The telephone is ringing.
Hello.
Hey.
Got my oranges ringing. Driving in my car, anticipating. I'm driving right up to you, yeah.
Well, we'll just let you sing, Carl.
But you were under my roof. I don't know. Sing it, Bonnie.
I can't sing.
I've
Wait,
heard you sing.
and I know I'm surprised your ears didn't pop. That's what's causing
Well, they
it.
can handle me. They can handle you.
That's what I was telling my granddaughter the other day. Way back in the day when the radio went out on my truck, there was one song that I could remember every word to, and it's a bad song. And I said, I don't know why that one song I knew every word. I just kept singing it. It was by AC/DC.
In an ever class high society, God's gift to ballroom notoriety. Then I always fill my ballrooms. The event is never small. The social pages say I've got the biggest balls of all. You talking about that one?
Nope.
She's got balls.
No. It was a bad one.
Oh, Highway to Hell.
No.
Oh, Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap.
No.
What in the world do you call a bad AC/DC song? What? You got me. I'm going to have to flip through my Rolodex here to find out what you're talking about.
Gosh, what is the name of it? Shook Me All Night Long or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's it. What's bad about that?
Oh, what's the name of it?
That shook me all night long.
Oh, okay. What's bad about it?
Let me think. She was a fast machine. She kept the motor clean. She was the best damn woman that I ever seen. She had me side by side, telling me no lies, knocking me out with those American ties, taking all my share, had me fighting for air. She told me to come, but I was already there. I don't see nothing bad about that.
No, not at all.
Did Bonnie just turn red and leave?
But that one, Big Balls, my son sings that at karaoke. Or he used
Well,
to.
there's two of them. They actually did two songs. One of them is called "She's Got Balls," and the other one's "Big Balls."
No, it's Big Balls.
Well, let me tell you, she's got balls. The lady's got balls. She's got balls. AC/DC had a sense of humor. They really did.
I, oh no, I never listened to it until um, I started going to college, is when I started hearing it. And I
Biggie.
went to college later in life than most people.
I
Biggie,
only went because there was parties there.
Well, we
Biggie
got the
stuck on
party.
the interstate.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
She's broke down?
No, stuck. The damn traffic just stopped.
Oh.
Is it a bad wreck?
She hadn't seen what it is, and I looked online and I couldn't find anything. I told her to get off the next exit. She's just got by a rest area, and about a mile or so up, mile and a half up is another exit. I said, get off there. She goes, well, I'm in the inside lane. I said, well, just stop and act like you want to turn, and first gap you get cut over there.
I've been seeing some bad wrecks come up on my news break.
It's Mother's Day, so probably somebody had too much mother in them and did something stupid. Meaning holiday weekend, people probably drinking somewhere.
Well, now you're going to be on edge till you know.
Huh?
Now I know you're going to be on the edge of your seat till you know she's all right.
Yeah, I should have told her to call me when she gets past it.
Here, lock her doors.
Yeah, her stuff locks as soon as she puts it in gear. Knowing
Yeah.
her, she probably got her pistol sitting on the console.
Good.
You ever see the video that shook me all night long? The original, Bonnie, with all them hot girls on the exercise machines while AC/DC jammed?
No.
That was a good 80s video.
Yeah, that could be it too. The college let out.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
And that where she's at is just a little bit over the state line. So
1 foot over the line.
May. Oh, that Memorial Day is going to be crazy.
Now you guys all got me on the music mode. I'm seeing songs in every comment. Jerry Lee just made me think of Maniac Mechanic. Sometimes to get off these streams, I got to go listen to a bunch of music.
Yeah. I don't know why they're driving so crazy. I don't know if it's because they're just not paying attention or if it's they're in such a big hurry or if it's just to make people mad. You know, some people do enjoy doing that just for the heck of it. Who
Yeah,
made
they love that pull in front of you. Hurry up, cut in front of you so they can make you follow and drive slower. It's like,
Ooh, there you go. Whiskey bottles, brand new car, oak tree are in my way. There's too much coke and too much smoke. One more drink. Well, that's some good song. What they got now? Can't Drive Folks. Sammy Hagar. Who Made Who? Boy, I wish we could just play music, don't you, Chuck?
Yes. That's sometimes at night I've found some YouTube channels that do that. Just have a reel that just keeps going and
How do they get away with it? I don't know how they get away with it.
I think they pay for it. I don't
Jerry, you know this one? Suckers want, money talks, but it can't touch my 3-lock box.
it's Van Hagar.
It's before Van Hagar.
Yeah, I know.
It is.
Makes you want to listen to some Joe Walsh, James Gang.
Seems to me you don't want to talk about it. Seems to me. Yeah, I'd listen to that.
Carl, it looks like your age is showing.
Yeah, it happens, Wyatt. You just wait.
I just saw something on there, one of the channels on YouTube that made me feel old. It's something with Solid Gold videos.
Oh, goodness.
Remember Solid Gold?
Oh, yeah. What about the Soul Train?
Yeah.
Remember that one?
That smell?
Yeah, Leonard Skinner.
Yep, that's that, ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? Smell of ass around you. Yeah, you.
Smell of ass around you? Is that what you said?
Okay.
What?
Don't analyze it. Don't analyze it. No, just go with it.
Staying out of that one.
Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you true. What's right for you might not be right for me. You live your way and I live mine. And I hope you're happy all the time. Leonard Skinner rocked, man. I miss them. I wish they would have just stayed alive and kept producing.
sure at least said it was gas.
Those solid gold dancers, they were so talented.
Just tell me you didn't have a pair of those knee-high toe socks with the rainbow colors up them.
No. We don't wear socks in the South. It has
Oh,
to be
that's right.
really cold. And
No
toe
wonder
socks.
you guys need new boots all the time.
Well, you have to wear socks with boots, or your feet are going to get all tore up. But no, just running around, you wear flip flops or sandals or something, or barefoot. It's too hot to wear shoes.
I don't know. If I was kicking around in them deserts, I'm going to be wearing boots. I don't care how hot it is. I might be completely stark naked, but I still have boots on.
Yes, if I was in the desert
You
or
said, you said Soul Train. First thing come to my mind was Atomic Dog.
Oh, yeah.
The song that used to come on, and all the white folks would show you they don't know how to dance.
The atomic punk. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Remember that one? The Atomic Punk by Van Halen?
That's been a while. I used to listen to all of Van. I found one of Van Halen albums on here that wasn't released that had a lot of songs on it from Diver Down and stuff like that. They end up putting it on there.
Chuck already ready for bed.
Huh?
You sound like you're already ready to go sleep.
Yeah, I guess I'm winding down. I don't know. I got out there and weed eated and tried to work on the mower.
Yeah,
I sat around too much in the winter. Now it's taking its toll when I'm doing stuff.
Mm-hmm. Just keep on. We got to just keep on doing it. Trying to
I'm
do it.
doing a little more every day. That's my tactic. I'm going to do a little more every day and work my way up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because if you don't, but if something happens in the summer, when the summer hits, it's going to be miserable sitting down.
Yes. All those movies I see of things happen and people are running, and I'm thinking, I can't run anywhere. I'm in trouble.
Oh, I can still run, but I'm going to pay for it afterwards. Found that out last year, Bonnie, and ran after the neighbor's dog to catch him for him. And everything seemed okay till the next day. I could feel that in my legs.
Yeah. Yeah, I've started walking because if I have to walk somewhere, I want to be able to walk somewhere.
Yeah, at least if you get where you can walk around good, don't bother you. If you had to run, you could.
Say that again, Chuck. You kind of murbled out.
I said at least if you walk around enough, you get used to that. If you had to run, you could.
Right. No, this winter that just passed, I ended up with a bigger spare tire on me than I've ever had. I don't like it. It's steadily going away. I bet you I've lost probably 10 pounds here in the last few weeks.
You
I'm
get
on a mission.
a lot more junk food to eat or something.
Just it was sitting around all winter doing YouTube and snacking, listening to you talk about food comms all the time. I mean, I shoveled snow and stuff, but there's a lot more to do in the summertime.
Between my dad talking and Bonnie and her Nilla wafers.
Yeah. I know how to gain weight if I need to. Just start eating vanilla wafers. That's what Bonnie said. They say you're supposed to have a little extra on you for the survival situation anyway, so you can use some of those stored resources if you need to. Sounds good. I'm running with it.
Yeah. I think they meant in cans and boxes.
Well, the body can
Don't ruin it.
The body can survive without food for 7 days. Water is only 3.
You can survive without food longer than 7 days.
Well, that's before it starts eating into your fat storage. You go without eating for like more than 7 days, your body starts consuming the fat in your body.
That's all right, Bonnie. I'm fixing to wrap it up. 10's going to come on anyway, so I'm getting tired, bored. I'm thinking about kicking back. Maybe I can get up early enough to get that mower going.
I'm in the same boat. I used a shovel today, and now I almost fell asleep before you did this stream.
I'm sitting here yawning. Bonnie said she was napping.
Oh, she said her son called right now.
Yeah. Well, I thank y'all for coming up. Everybody's showing up. 10's fixing to be on in 2 minutes. Y'all have a blessed night, and I'll see you soon. Got much love to y'all, and thanks for showing up.
Good night, chat.
Good night.